Yo, what's good with it? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram at MACK TV_82. Peace and love to all. I appreciate the love, the support. This channel is, again, growing exponentially. Appreciate all the love and support. But yeah, I'm here for another session of Mac Minutes. So let's talk about it. I wasn't gonna do one today. I wasn't gonna do a Mac Minute session today at all. And I actually wasn't gonna speak on the untimely demise of Kobe Bryant and the 8 other passengers that were on the helicopter with him. But as being a former athlete myself, being a fan of basketball, being a basketball coach, I wanted to speak on the life of Kobe Bryant. Again, let me keep it a buck with you. I was not a Kobe Bryant fan. I thought that he was pompous. I thought that he was self-absorbed. I thought that he was hella arrogant. And the bottom line is this. I don't know any of that. And it's really amazing how, well, I don't know if any of that was true, but it's really amazing how media works and how people can be contextualized, or there can be certain propaganda and people are like hella passionate and emotional in a disgust towards somebody and they don't even know them. You know, and I think Malcolm, to paraphrase a Malcolm X quote, he said that the media can have you hating the victims and loving the people who are doing the victimizing. And I'm not saying, I'm just bringing that up to say just how the media can really manipulate psychology, our psychology, if we're not careful. But just out of the spirit of basketball, loving sports, I wanted to take this time to pay homage to the life of Kobe Bryant. Again, his celebrity does not give his life a greater precedent than all the other victims. So, again, peace and love. You know, may God receive their souls. Everyone that was present on that helicopter. Because irrespective of Kobe's attributes and things he did, God is no respecter of persons. You know, we all have our date. All lives have an inherent value that's God-given. So yeah. My condolences to the family, to the families, everyone that's involved. I pray for the city of Los Angeles, and his reach is very far-reaching. Kobe's reach, you know, it wasn't even limited to California or America. This was a global impact. I want to say I didn't realize the amount of advocating that Kobe did. And as much, and I didn't realize how much of a ambassador Kobe was for women's basketball. We all know he had his own Mamba Academy, which I think was centered around youth basketball, specifically for girls. He had his own team, you know, that was a girls' team. And we know his daughter, RP Gigi, was a baller. She definitely had a spark. There was something about her. You could tell she had that competitive drive. So yeah, my Kobe Bryant story. Growing up as a shorty, this is like back in 96, 95, 96. I was in middle school. Like sixth grade. Kobe played in the Magic Johnson Round Ball Classic. The Magic Johnson Round Ball Classic is now defunct, but it was an Adidas sponsored event. Sonny Vaccaro was a part of it, and ultimately, you know, it was Magic Johnson's event. Hence the Magic Johnson Round Ball Classic. I want to say in the class, Kobe is class of '96. So let's see who was in that class. He was alongside. He stood out, but Richard Hamilton was a part of that class. Jermaine O'Neal was a part of that class. Shaheen Holloway was a part of that class. Ed Cota. Who else do we have? Mike Bibby, Mateen Cleaves, Winfred Walton. Salute to Detroit Persian High School. Yeah, this was a strong class. Corey Benjamin. The list goes on. But the Magic Johnson, I begged my dad, please, I want to go to the Magic Johnson Roundball Classic. And he was like, man, the weather's looking kind of shaky. I think it was snowing. For those that don't know, they played the Magic Johnson Roundball Classic at the Palace at Auburn Hills, Michigan, which is roughly maybe 30, 40-minute ride outside of Detroit. But yeah, that was my introduction to Kobe. My dad took me to the game, even then, Tim Thomas was a part of that class too, but okay, let me stop. But yeah, even then, in watching him in high school, he had like an extra gear. There was something about Kobe where it's like he stood out amongst stars. I did always point out, I felt like his game had like a Michael Jordan resonance as far as just his mechanics, the way he moved his body control. It was very reminiscent of Jordan. And you can tell that Jordan heavily influenced his game. And my thing is, like, the first thing that stood out to me about Kobe was a killer. Like, his instincts on the floor, his drive, again, it's like he had an extra gear. Like, he just kept going and going and going. And again, I went to 5-star basketball camp, and I remember going to that camp as a shorty and hearing people say, there's this dude, man, he go to Lower Marion High School, man. He's from Philly. He's a baller. His name is Kobe Bryant. I just remember thinking, like, dang, like, is this dude, like, is his game just that high? Is it that much superior? Because the main people I heard people talking about at that time were Shaheen Holloway, Mateen Cleaves, who else? Again, Tim Thomas, and then Kobe. And being a Detroiter, Winfred Walton. Winfred Walton was cold. That was a talent-laden class. But yeah, so hearing people talk about Kobe at 5-star basketball camp, I went to the one at Robert Morris College. I know there were various 5-star locations, but that was I heard about him then. And that kind of fueled my fire, my anxiousness to go to the Magic Johnson Roundball Classic. Because I wanted to see, like, I need to see this for myself. I saw clips of him playing at the Beach Ball Classic in South Carolina. I saw different clips of him, on ESPN. But I wanted to witness it for myself. And I was glad that I was able to, see him as a shorty. You can't take anything away from his game. I mean, the man's heart. I mean, dude definitely had that warrior spirit. Like he wouldn't let his team lose. But I'm a little, I'm a Pistons fan, so I'm glad that we were able to, Chauncey Billups and company, we were able to deal with the Lakers that had so much talent on that squad. We beat them in 2004. But yeah, that's neither here nor there at the moment. I think the thing that I always respected about, I can't say this enough, the thing that I respected about Kobe was his passion for the game, his work ethic. And I think his passion and his work ethic transcended sports. I think his passion and his work ethic were like an archetypal image, a model that could be, that people could replicate, and they can apply it to other things in life, whether it be school, whether it be your work, like what just different things in life, whatever your passion is, And I think, Kobe was quoted as saying, I had the talent, but I worked as though I didn't have it. And how profound is that? You see a lot of ball players, they have all the talent in the world, but they don't have the drive. They're not motivated. They're not self-motivated. They're complacent. But this man had the drive, again, the extra gear. One of the things that I remember, when I played basketball in middle school, my father bought me a pair of Adidas. The Adidas were the first Kobe's. And at first I'm like, wow, this man is coming out of high school. I mean, you go from being in the prom to being a millionaire. Like, is his game ready? Does he have it? And I remember when he got to the Lakers, I think they played the Jazz, and he airballed it a couple times. But something inside me was like, nah, like, this isn't the end of his story. Like, there's something special about him. There's something There's something about him that he just has a lot of intangibles that you can't coach. You know, and I think that drive, that gear, I think it's just innate. I'm not sure if you can cultivate it. I think either you have it or you don't. You know, or you can be, I don't know. It's just, you know, he's special. He's special. But yeah, I always respected his competitive spirit. I always appreciated his discipline. You could just tell, like, he had inherent ability. He was inherently talented and gifted, but he also had a mean streak about him. He had a drive about him. And ultimately, I think that's what separates good players from great players. That's what separates average from great. Even beyond basketball, just life period. Your level of discipline, your level of focus, your commitment. That is what brings about a distinction between people, you know. And on this day, I can really say again, I wasn't a big Kobe fan, but there's no denying his talent. There's no denying, you know, his work ethic. And I'm hoping, if nothing else, people take that away from his life and they try to apply that to themselves. You know, being more self-disciplined, showing more self-restraint, being consistent, being driven, being focused, investing in yourself. You know, because Kobe definitely reflected those things. And my thing is, everybody that's out here, some of these feminists that are out here, black and white alike, that are out here trying to say, oh, he was a rapist. Oh, you know, this was his karma. Like God bless y'all. You know, like I really hope that internally you guys get some type of revelation and understand, like, you know, now is not the time. Like, this man just died. And to say that this was some type of divine retribution, that he died and that his daughter died, like he wasn't the only one on the helicopter. You know, or to say like this was his karma, that's just bogus and that's bankrupt. You know, but I'm no, as I've gotten older, I realize, like, the things that people say and do are more of a reflection of who they are. You know, it's more of a reflection of their paradigm, the way that they process and think, and it speaks to a level of trauma that hasn't been resolved. You know. And I guess another thing, like the MSNBC lady, you know, there are a lot of people saying, oh, she said nakers. She didn't mean niggers. Okay. Bottom line is, she felt the need to apologize and correct herself. You can call it a Freudian slip, whatever. You can say black people being hypersensitive about it. Well, yeah. I mean, as long as we've been in this country, we have been reminded of our blackness. And we have been oppressed so many different ways. And I know I can hear some of y'all in your head, you're probably saying, you know, here he goes with that woke shit. No. There's a social and political reality that black people have had to deal with daily. So our antennas are going to be up. It is what it is. And if you can't see that, black or white, you need to educate yourself. You really need to educate yourselves. We haven't been out of slavery longer than we were in it. There are still things there are still reverberations from slavery. Not even just slavery, from what you got from the Reconstruction era to the redlining, just different things. Jim Crow era. Those things, we're still dealing with them now. You know, so we haven't been out of slavery longer than we were in it. So we're still, you know, there are a lot of things that we are still coming to grips with. There's a whole generation of backwards thinking that was literally beat into us, or we were trained to think a certain way. You know, so we're still going through our healing process, and it blows my mind that a lot of black people are caping for her. And I get it, you know, you don't see color. You know, we are the world. You know, I think that's a beautiful ideal, but I'm not caught up in ideals anymore. I need tangibles. And the bottom line is, you know, this world, this system has consistently given us the middle finger and put their foots on our neck. But anyway, I don't want to go all there. This is about Kobe. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace To Gianna Bryant, rest in peace to all. I can't recall everybody's name that were on board, but rest in peace to them. May their souls be received by God. May their families get peace. You know what common say? One day it'll all make sense. But till then, keep the faith. Peace and love. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow me on Instagram at MACKTV_82. I'm out. Peace.